Assalamu alaikum. We have to, you see, the world, mankind, how many, 8 billion or 9 billion? We must know how to live together, either become Muslims or influence the Muslims or force them to abide by the Sunnah of Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You see, it is people don't understand, or those non-Muslims don't understand, but one very important issue, that Muhammad is also their messenger, because he did not come to abolish their laws of their prophets. In particular, definitely it can't be anyone but Prophet Musa alayhi salam. He did not come to displace the Torah. He only made it more acceptable to those actually who are his followers. We must understand this very, very important issue. We are all Muslims, and we are under the leadership of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, this noise of apostasy, blasphemy, killing should be stopped. Muslims can't stop it because if you trace back their history, they don't actually see the necessity to follow the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Look at in Kaaba. I just read it. For years, there were 4 stations of prayers based on what is not the teaching of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Mazhaba, sects. So sectarianism was abolished in Mecca just about 100 years ago. But it's replaced with bid'ah. And nobody, no Muslim is talking. No authority is talking of the wrongs seen daily during the most important pillar of Islam, obligatory prayers. Physical, forget about caliphate. But the physical one, where no one is allowed to make a mistake. Even Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was not allowed to make a mistake. Nobody explains it. So those yet understand Islam should understand their role. When Deborah, the student in Sokoto, was killed, I think I made a remark. Can't remember the details, but I don't think I supported it. And I said clearly that the government should explain, because there are books written in English that does not agree with killing even a Muslim who apostatized. Then I said the Sultanate should read the book of Ibn Taymiyyah regarding what is abusing or insulting Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's in Arabic. I think about 600 pages or so. Now, Arabic is difficult to translate, and explaining it also is not easy, because the linkages, the flow is not always easy to copy in English or in any other language. So I don't think the Sultanate have done anything, has done anything, neither the government. I gave them the reference of the book, I think Capital Punishment by Al-Awa, I've forgotten the name of the author. It's probably behind it's in my rack. So I'm just reading this from this story of Umar ibn Khattab, the biography of Umar ibn Khattab. volume 2, page 140. When Tustar was conquered, I think it's a region in Iran, Umar asked, were there any problems? They replied, yes, a man apostatized from Islam. He asked, what did you do with him? They said, we killed him. He said, why did you not look for him? Why did you not lock him in a room? Feed him with a loaf of bread every day and ask him to repent. If he had repented, all well and good. Otherwise, you could have killed him. Now, this is actually in Arabic explained. In so many places, if you read history, you see Muslims don't know the scope of Islamic education. It's not like my degree from 1977. I never bought a single book on epidemiology. I never bought a single book 50 years ago. But what of in Islam? I'm always reading. So what I'm trying to emphasize is that Muslims should be checked by those living with them because we have the same law. You should not leave a Muslim simply because I say I'm a Muslim to commit excesses. You too should know the law. You should know it because we are a community. We are one. The fact that I face east doesn't mean that if you face west or north, you are not a Muslim. Because everyone will be asked about who is Muhammad. So this clearly states what I have been emphasizing, that apostasy is nobody has the right to kill somebody else simply because he's apostatized. Did you explain? Was he taught? Who teaches Islam to the core that you will not make a mistake? Even the Arabs, as I keep on mentioning, they spent how many years making mistakes? Look at 100 years to today. The two holy mosques broadcast nothing but bid'ah, innovation during as-salat. Just 2 months ago, they say CCD camera is equivalent to naked eye appearance of the crescent. And the people believe that. You see, the whole problem is that it's difficult to talk to Muslims because they'll never understand you. The Takadiri has already been on their necks, but probably they will be freed in the hereafter, because if the Takadiri of Allah is on you, you have no choice. You have no choice. But then the Muslims should be intelligent, understand that if the Takadiri of Allah is on them, then that means they should not pronounce Kalimat Shahada. They should not pronounce it, but they don't even understand this simple logic. So, Umar kept on, he said, "Oh Allah, I was not there." Look at him. "I did not issue instructions, the command. I do not approve, and I was not pleased when the news reached me." I read the same argument by Umar ibn Khattab or presentation when something happened again. But in that narration, I'm sure it is in my book, Tarbiyatul Awlad fil Islam. But I don't think, maybe I will check it again. Maybe it was the same, picked from Tarbiyat al-Awlad fil Islam and then also transmitted here. It happened in the time of virtually all the Khalifas. You don't take action without teaching. And vividly, everybody I know, that when theft became rampant as a result of withholding zakat, Umar abolished amputating the limb. He said, look, give everybody his own right. If you give the rights, there will be no crime. And I think it happened about 3 times in the life of Abu Bakr Siddiq. People ask him, so and so has abused Rasulullah. He said, well, I have nothing to do. Let him go and seek forgiveness. He said he can't take any action because it is Muhammad who is responsible for taking actions on anyone who actually harms him, not anybody else. But what are Sokoto doing? What are the Sultan doing? What is the government doing? You see, we must train, we must educate. So what I'm saying is that if we want to live in Nigeria peacefully, as it happened from who? From Joshua. He applied the law. We too must apply the law. Peace is essential, must be maintained. Otherwise, Moses could not have established 6 safe towns where everybody is safe. So my aim is to warn our brothers, those who call themselves Christians, to wake up and insist. There can't be a pretentious, deceptive Muslim ticket. It should never be allowed. They should never be repeated. Let them ensure that those in the helm of affairs of the Muslim Ummah are actually people of the book. They believe in the Torah, and they know the Torah very well, because the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is a simplified portion. Years back, we used to hear the argument that, look, you Muslims, you do everything together with us. And then you say you want Sharia. You drink, you chase, you steal. So why are you saying Sharia? You see, the Muslims don't like to respect themselves. And that's why we are in this trouble. So what I'm saying is that everybody must ensure that Muslim leaders are educated. They know the Torah very well. You must know the Torah very well before you understand Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I hope I'm clear. Who has the right now to educate, to convince the Muslim Ummah that abusing Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is not a license for that man to be killed? It's not a license. Assalamu alaikum.